Ladies and gents and the rest, this week is the Anubarack week, obviously. Today we're going to be learning how to do three things. How to play Anubarack versus Anubarack, how to counter Malfurion with Anubarack, and how to counter Anubarack if you're not playing Anubarack. Okay? Let me show you my deck. I came up with it myself. Everybody thought it was shit, and then I showed everybody how badass it is. Basically, this deck revolves like you need three things for this deck. Everything else we can talk about the rest. So basically, Anubarack is our main event this week, right? Came out yesterday. Amazing hero. We're using Anubarack and explosive shells. Beetles explode, poisoning everybody, damaging everybody. Everything like doesn't need to be explained. We're going to be using 222. Where is it? Cheat Death with affected skeletons resurrect at your base when they die. And we're going to be using these skeletons. I'm going to explain to you why not two gold ones and why we need these ones. Again, quill board just to distract things. Witch Doctor. You can use any of these talents. Because Spirit Ward doesn't really protect your Witch Doctor anyway. Because everything gets poisoned, everything explodes, and it doesn't help you. So sometimes I use this, sometimes I use that. You can use whatever you have. I tried this, it worked really well as well. Okay, so Ghoul, same thing, two very cheap tank. This one we'll talk about it. And this slot, I'm specifically using bats without talent to not confuse you, because first of all, you can use any of three talents, doesn't matter. Like your bats are gonna die right away anyway. They're gonna be blown up by the beetles anyway. So you can use any talent or go talentless. Also, what I tried to replace bandits with these guys. And the reason why I think it's even better than the bats is because there is 9 chickens and there is 6 bats. Like, look, of course, let him kill the rider. Count. There is 9 chickens, and there is only 6 bats, which means 2 gold chickens produce 9 bags. 2 gold bats produce 6 bags. So, like I said, we don't need to see invisible units. We don't need all that crap. If you want, you can go with chickens. However, don't forget that the level of beetles depends on the level of your unit. So the reason why I don't go with chickens is because my bats are higher level. They're level 10. Chickens are level 9. That's why I'd rather I'd rather have 6 level 10 beetles than 9 level 9 beetles, right? So that's, with this slot, that's the logic. Now, skeletons. We're going to be using this skeleton party for 4 gold with a corpse run talent. Gain +1 level for each deploy after the first, maximum +3 levels. So mine are level 10, so they can be level 11, 12, and 13 maximum. Every time I deploy them, they grow. If you combine it with this cheat death talent, these skeletons, after they die, resurrect at your base and keep walking, like kind of like barren skeletons on steroids. Okay. Now, here's what happens. In a lot of games, you won't be able to get to the enemy's core. And when you spawn these skeletons and you cheat death them, not only they going to damage the core before they die, because this pack includes ranged skeletons, and the ranged skeletons cannot be like easily killed by the core. They will do quite a bit of damage before they die. All right. After they resurrect, they will spawn beetles again. And if you kill them again, they will spawn beetles again. So 1 pack of skeletons, if you cheat death it, spawns beetles 4 times. The whole map is going to be full of their flying shits. And they die right away, so you pretty much never get capped. Almost never. That is the idea. I'm going to show you how to play this deck, and you will understand the idea, how fucking amazing it is. Nobody is prepared for it. Well, until I release this video, of course, except people in my chat. All right, our first game is going to be against Malfurion. I specifically took this game. The guy is not high level, but he played extremely well, and he was one of the few guys that wouldn't leave after losing the first fight. I'm gonna show you. Okay, let's go. All right, so right now I'm fucking everything up. I'm throwing an Anubarack, trying to stop the bandits so they don't get the bonus gold. Everything works fine except I forgot to switch the switch to click the switch, and my bats died for nothing. All right, so he gets the first chest with the extra gold. Everything that I spawned previously died. He gets the second chest, and like I'm losing the game badly. And on top of that, he is using the germinate talent. Okay, on Malfurion, and his score is protected. Here is how this deck counters Ancient of War. You just spawn these skeletons with shitload of bugs, and watch what happens. They shit on this Ancient of War. They kill it right away. Okay? Now, here, like I said, I'm terribly losing. By the way, bats or chickens are great counter to the Huntress as long as they're not attacked by the Huntress. Kill it right away. Boom. Very cheap. And works really well. Okay? I'm losing the game like an idiot. Don't care about the Harvest Golem because he's going to be taken care of by the core. Throwing in you Anubarack. Again, losing all the gold chests. Okay? Malfurion is being Malfurion. Everything is healing. Everything is the way it should be. Okay? Drop in new pack of skeletons, which all these skeletons were supposed to be attacking the core, but I cannot do it because he has Ancient of War, right? Again. Let's try. I'm cheat deathing them, even though I shouldn't have done that. But again, boom. Let's pause it for a second. You see this beetles and skeletons at my base. So that's the effect of cheat death. So that they resurrected. Now, when they die again, the skeletons, they're going to spawn beetles again. You see? Da-da-da-da. Again. Up. Okay, we managed to get gold. Here's our base. The cheapest counter is obviously bats. Bats spawn beetles as well. We're going to try to... Yeah, there we go. So the Huntress doesn't survive. The skeletons kill her. And now we are trying to dominate because we are Anubarack and he is not. Look what I'm doing. That's exactly what you should be doing all the time. You drop skeletons. They're level 12 already, like I said. Then we cheat death them and they didn't spawn any beetles because I was capped. Okay? But we still cheat death them. Alright? At this point, we have too much stuff going on. The whole map is like, look at the swarms of everything. And he can't do anything. We're playing with the same levels. He has level 10s. I have level 10s. This is not my platinum deck, so everything's kind of fair. And like I said, I fucked up the whole match from the beginning, and look what's happening. Again, dropping skeleton. First time I probably you can see it up. I have 7 gold almost. Excuse me. There we go. Once you have 7 gold, you drop skeletons and you cheat death them right away. They do a lot of damage before they die, and after they die, they resurrect at the base. And at this point, that's GG. That is how you... this is what this deck does to Malfurion. You see what I'm saying? Don't forget, these skeletons from this pack are range, and they cannot be killed by the core right away. And that is the superpower of this spell. Next game, Anubarack versus Anubarack. Let's go. This guy has higher levels than me. He has Anubarack level 11, and all his units are level 11s, which was super pooper bad. Okay, throw in Cobalt because we have nothing else to throw. We need Anubarack. We don't have Anubarack in the hand, so we start dropping the units. And he has Anubarack already, all right? So dropping a gold to get the gold chest. He dropped this Quilboar, I don't know what for. And then he threw the skeletons. He is using 2 gold skeletons. He dropped the skeletons to kill my bats, so they don't kill Anubarack for free. And what we're doing here, watch. Again, I have 7 gold. Look what I'm doing. Skeletons, cheat death, that's it. And forget about it. Now we just defend. Okay? Dropping bats, so everything blows up. 2-2-2. Dropping Witch Doctor here. I think it's too close. He's going to get damaged. Yeah, 2-2-2. Everything is really easy to understand. No problems. Look at his core. Look at this. That is that little pack. Okay? And those skeletons resurrected, they're going back. You see what I'm saying? And he is actually prepared to fight versus Anubarack. He has the chain lightning with the increased area of effect. All right. At this point, we won the game. We just need to defend. Okay. Throw in Anubarack again. Pyoink. Come on. I'm waiting until I have to go tangle him. Anubarack. Level 11. What a whale. Trying to steal this gold chest, but not quick enough. Still cheat death my army. We kill this Ghoulie Woolie, and then they're gonna go back to the core, trying to take the core. To damage the core a little bit. And they will damage the core again, because we have ranged skeletons, like I said. Okay, and by the way, when the beetles explode, the explosion of beetles does not affect buildings. Okay. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. All we do now is just defend, defend, and defend. And if for some reason he damages your core, you do this combo again. Once you have 7 gold, you drop skeletons and you cheat death skeletons right away. Like this, pioink. Even though I just did it, like I didn't do it to the core. I just trying to take the chest and then attack the core. But if you throw them at the core and you cheat death them, they will damage the core a lot. Okay. He's using the oh my god, chain lightning to kill all these little things, which is, by the way, a great counter. But he realizes he can't win that. And that is how you play Anubarack versus Anubarack using this deck. Okay, what if you're not Anubarack and you want to be able to kill Anubarack? There is a deck with Jaina. You pretty much, you spawn Jaina and you have to kill Anubarack ASAP. Which means you cheat, you execute him and you deep breath him, and deep breath kills him and whatever he spawns. However, this is a very level sensitive deck, and if you don't have levels, you won't be able to kill Anubarack. You're gonna waste a lot of gold. Anubarack is still alive, and then you fucked. So this is only for high level players. That's why I'm not gonna show it. What I'm gonna show you is this. Ta-da! This is the Sylvanas deck. Well, first of all, before we talk about this deck, a normal Sylvanas deck with like with these 4 things, and I believe here you take Ancient of War and some spell. Execute, for example. This deck, or you can go with bats. This deck counters Anubarack really well because Sylvanas can outrange all the bugs. So bugs blow up very far from Sylvanas, and Sylvanas doesn't get damaged. So if you spawn Ancient of War, that's the only problem. Like I remember I showed you that skeletons counter Ancient of War, but if you want, you can spawn Ancient of War and just play normal Sylvanas deck, and she will. There's a very high chance that you're gonna win. However, you guys know I like sappers, right? That's why I use this deck, and it works really well. And basically, the idea, you understand that you get his core by sending sappers. If you want, you can just use cheat death with bloodlust effect. The sappers will already have extra movement speed from Sylvanas' aura, right? And on top of that, you can bloodlust them, so they're going to be even faster. That's why we use cheat death with the bloodlust talent, not with not the other 2, because we don't need them, right? So those 2 talents in this context are like having no talent. So that is the only thing that can help us. Yeah, so you play normal deck. You don't really do much. You just spawn a sappers, cycle really quickly, and keep spawning sappers. And then you use Witch Doctor and Ghoul or Sylvanas to clear the bugs, because Anubaraks have absolutely nothing other than a lot of low HP units to spawn a lot of bugs. And I'm going to show you the game versus the guy who I played against like 3 games. So that guy already, it was an Anubarack, but he had Polymorph, and he had maybe something else. So he was set up to play against me. And let's see what happened. Okay, this is that Anubarack that I pissed off, who actually beat me quite a few times as well. Sylvanas versus Anubarack. Throw in, Cobalt on the right. Ghoul and then bandits in front of the ghost, so the bandits could get bonus gold, right? So the logic is very easy to understand. Throw in Sylvanas, and then I make a mistake. I drum drop in a Quillbore. Don't know why I did that. I thought that they might have stolen, that they might steal my gold. Okay, you see, now here's I'm gonna pay for this mistake. First of all, I'm dropping Cypress right away to see what counters he has, and here, if I didn't throw QB and I threw QB now when there is a stealth safe pilot behind my back, I would have been able to kill her because she pretty much gets one shot by Sylvanas. And I would have saved my Sylvanas, and Sylvanas would have done a lot of problems. It would have caused a lot of problems to Anubarack. But because I didn't, I already spawned QB. Watch, Piang. Sylvanas is dead, and all these things will survive. Up. He has polymorph. He wouldn't let me kill. He wouldn't let me attack his core. Okay, so that is how the game started. Dropping the new Kobold, preparing to defend. Dropping Sylvanas again. Sylvanas does extra damage to Anubarack, so she shits on him like really badly. Watch, pioink, pioink, pioink. Okay, and he keeps doing what all the Anubaraks are doing. Now watch. This is what we need the Quillbore for. Pioink. So we poison safe pilot. It unstealths her, and that's how we kill it. Okay, he's trying to stop my sappers, but they're alpha males, right? One dies, and the other one gets polymorph. So again, didn't work. Didn't work again. Let's keep watching. Pioink. So obviously, Witch Doctor is our savior. Still dies, like I said. Nothing can save him here. Okay, Nomelia kills our Sylvanas and the Banshee. He dropped the skeletons to distract Sylvanas, but they died right away. As you can see, Sylvanas outranges everything, and one made it to her, and she got poisoned. Now, wait until they start attacking the tower, and then we drop sappers. Up, she death. And these ones made it. Because he didn't have enough gold, apparently, because he just spawned a new unit, like two troops. Again, throwing new sappers because we can cycle really quickly. Okay, he's still in my Sylvanas with Banshee, because he didn't... Yeah, there we go, bam, bam. This guy was like, he was preparing to fight with me, because we played against each other like 5 games in a row. So, most of Anubaraks don't have Banshees, don't have polymorphs, and you're gonna win much easier. Okay. He missed, he couldn't hit the sappers. And that is how Alpha Male's best unit in the game wins you in Warcraft Rumble. Wins. That is all, ladies and gents. This is gonna be your deck. Like, Anubarack is gonna be your hero until the season ends, that's for sure. Or maybe until the Orgrimmar Doomhammer comes out, which is December 24th. So you better be ready to play with or against Anubaraks, okay? Raids are coming the upcoming Wednesday. I'll try to help as many people as I can. That's all.